This place right behind me here is Sri Lanka's largest railway terminus. This is the Colombo Fort station. From here, the locals commute to and from the capital to pretty much any place on the island. Today, I invite you to join me on an epic journey on Sri Lanka's railways all across the island and soak up some of Sri Lanka's beautiful sceneries. Let's go inside, let's get our ticket and see where this journey takes us next. Hello, good morning. Can I have one ticket, please? All right, guys, we got our ticket. Now let's get on the platform and board our train and get ready for this scenic adventure on Sri Lankan railways. Once you get to the inside of the station, it's like entering an ant's nest. This place is teeming with people. The platforms are packed, trains are going in and out of the station, and everyone here is busy trying to get to some place or another. Alright guys, this is what a typical Sri Lankan third-class coach looks like. You're gonna go like, nah, why is this dude traveling third class? The reason is simple. It's the absolute cheapest way you can travel. It's the perfect place for people watching. And it's the way I like to travel because you really get to immerse yourselves into the local world. It's time to get our seats, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy these amazing coastal landscapes that are whizzing by the window. If you're into socializing, you will make plenty of new local friends. And on the more scenic routes across the island, you will be sure to meet plenty of fellow tourists and backpackers from all across the globe. Music and onboard entertainment too will surely be a part of your journey. In case you get hungry during your journey, don't you worry. You will encounter plenty of vendors inside the trains and at the stations, selling a variety of fruits, snacks and beverages, as well as local specialties. Railroads came to Sri Lanka with the British back in the 1800s. The Brits, with Commonwealth and the crown jewel of Asia, India, were absolutely big on infrastructure. And obviously, Sri Lanka was no exception to the rule. The Brits understood that in order to transport all the precious commodities like the spices and tea from the hill country back to the port of Colombo, they needed an efficient transport. And this right here is what it is, the railroads. Hundreds of years later, these rail tracks still exist here in Sri Lanka and play an absolute important role in the transport infrastructure of the island. This is Kandy. And Kandy is not only the hill capital of Sri Lanka, but is also the transit point for all hill station trains. We left the coastline behind. We gotta get onto another train and wind our way all the way up these beautiful mountains of the hill country of Sri Lanka. Let's check it out. All right, guys, I got myself some snacks and some refreshments. Time to board our next train, and this blue gem is the train that's gonna take us all the way up into the misty mountains of Sri Lanka. So this right here is our hill country train. As you can see, it's a little bit more modern than the earlier train we took. But I tell you what, there are plenty of options of classes you can travel on here on Sri Lankan railways. First class, second class or third class, it doesn't matter. But if you want a little bit more comfort, there are some special observation carts reserved for foreigners too. But one thing is for sure, with these amazing sceneries whizzing by the window, a train journey in Sri Lanka is a journey you will not easily forget. But if you want to go totally old school and feel like you just boarded a time machine, then this right here is another awesome option for rail travel right here in Sri Lanka. This is the Viceroy Express. Guys, I've always wanted to try this. Can I try one? Guys, I'm breaking quite a sweat. I've got all kind of black dots on me. But I tell you, this thing, the Viceroy Express, was another amazing experience. Time for us to get off the railways and get back on the road, as there are plenty of more super cool places I want to show you right here on my paradise island of Sri Lanka.
Now, don't you worry or get scared. This gentleman is not out to take anyone's life. Neither is this a Hitchcock film. This gentleman is simply on its way to work.
This stuff right here is vevel, and it's a type of cane that grows wild here in the jungles of Sri Lanka. This stuff is super durable and can be made into amazing pieces of furniture and art. This right here is Pulla. He lives within these jungles and makes a living out of cutting this material. Let's check it out.
Vevel has thorns and is certainly not a friendly raw material. However, once cut and the thorns removed, the real magic happens.
This place right here is Vevel Denny. It's the heartland of the cane furniture industry right here in Sri Lanka. The craftsmen in these cottage industry workshops are absolutely amazing artists who turn the raw materials into furniture, kitchen items, utility items, and really, really cool knick-knack stuff. This stuff is completely organic, it's handmade, it's stylish. And I tell you what, the best news is it's super cheap. Places like this are perfect for some retail therapy. After some retail therapy right here in Vevel Denny, it's time for us to get back on the road, as there are plenty of more amazing places and cool stories that I want to show you in today's episode of Crossroads. The person that is causing all the excitement here is this gentleman. He's a snake and monkey chainer, and these guys are super popular here in Sri Lanka. They live a very unique lifestyle because they live somewhat like gypsies, traveling all around the island from village to entertain the locals. Their show is absolutely amazing. Not only does he have a super sweet monkey, but in this bag right here, he doesn't have any groceries or any food items, but I swear to God, he's got a real-life king cobra in there, which is all part of the show. And I guess the kids are waiting, so I'm not going to stop you all from it either. We're not going to delay this. This guy is going to give you an amazing local rural show of the monkey and the snake. How long have you been doing this?
මම අපේ තාත්තලා මුත්තලා කර පරම්පරාවෙන් ඉඳන් ගෙනපු එක තමයි මේ නායරිලවයි. ඊවත අපි ජීවිතේ එන්නේ මේ නායරිලව නටවල තමයි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. නැත්නම් අපිට කිසිම දෙයක් නැහැ. ගෙවල් ගානේ ගිහිල්ලා තමයි සත්තු පෙන්නලා කීයක් අර ඉත් කරගෙන ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා ළමයි බම ඔක්කොම කාලා බෙල ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් හරි හපන්නේ සුරතල්ලෝ. දැන් මේක පොඩි පැටි ඒ මොනවාට ටිකක් තීරනවා ඊට පස්සේ අනිත් දේවල් ටිකක් අපි අල්ලලා දෙන්න ඕනේ.
Who needs video games and computer games when you have this kind of entertainment? The sheer joy that you saw on these kids' faces is absolutely priceless, and is something that happens pretty much every day right here on the paradise island of Sri Lanka. But don't you worry, there are plenty of more amazing places and super cool stories I want to show you in today's episode of Crossroads. Let's sit back on the road. Thank you. Thank you. Alright guys, as we continue to tour the magical island of Sri Lanka, right now we came to Bentota, a small little coastal town where the Ging River flows into the majestic Indian Ocean. Today, I'm taking you to do some paramotoring. So here we are on a bright sunny morning on the beach in Bentota. I'm here with my good friend Suren. He's a local motion picture director, a hotelier, and an absolute paramotoring freak. He's the guy who brought these toys here to Sri Lanka.
5 years ago, when I saw this on the internet, I was wondering, wow, what a sexy toy. Then I realized there's a huge potential for tourism. Then I brought one machine to Sri Lanka. Now, we are the only commercial paramotor operators.
I want to try this thing today. Do I need to go through any training? Do I need to pass, get a license or something? How does it work?
To fly, to have a tandem, there's no problem. You just sit and you go.
You give helmets and life jackets, so it's completely safe, right?
And also, since you're flying a parachute and you're flying on the beach strip, at any altitude, there's engine shutdown. We come and land. You're on a beach. Everywhere you go, at any altitude, you can come and touch down.
But you know what? I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity. I'm going to ride this thing into these beautiful sunny skies. Let's check it out. Thank you, sir.
The views from up here are absolutely priceless. I don't even have words to describe this. You just gotta experience it.
was pretty hardcore, man. I'm shaking. Oh, my adrenaline is crazy, man. I tell you, that was super awesome.
As I continue to take you through my favorite places right here in Sri Lanka, today we are in Cerambia, dear. When you walk around this village, you don't feel that you're in Sri Lanka. Actually, you know, when you look around and you look at the people, their features, their faces, you'd think you're in Africa. And there's a very good reason for that. The ancestors of these people were Bantu slaves who came here with the Portuguese invaders. The descendants of these Bantu slaves, many of them remained right here in Sri Lanka. And Cerambia, dear, is one of these villages where, until this day, you can really feel their folklore. You can see the features, and you can really feel that African unique vibe that is very special for a place like Sri Lanka.
In Crossroads, you have seen so much of the things that this beautiful island has to offer. Let's open the door to our soul and our mind and immerse ourselves into a world of peace and relaxation.
All over the world, yoga and meditation have long become more than just fashionable trends. Here on the island, many locals practice these things as part of their normal day-to-day lives since centuries. But nowadays, many visitors flock here to this tropical island paradise to wind down and learn more about yoga and meditation.
Yoga කරන්න පුළුවන් ඕනම වයසක කෙනෙකුට. ඒ වගේම නිරෝගයටත් කරන්න පුළුවන්, අසනීපයටත් කරන්න පුළුවන්. මනසේ ශරීරයේ සැහැල්ලුව ඇති වෙනවා. නිරෝගීකම ඇති වෙනවා. අභ්‍යන්තර ග්‍රන්ථි වල සංවහනයක් ඇති වෙනවා. බාහිර පේශි පද්ධතියේ විශාල දියුණුවක් ඇති වෙනවා.
He's challenging me to a little contest here, because I'm a gym goer and he's a yoga guy.
You use your strength from the
Okay.
muscles and push me back.
Backwards.
Yeah.
He's like a rock.
Okay.
I think I'm quitting my gym membership and joining this guy for you. All right, guys. This brings us to the end of today's episode, but I hope you join me again next week as there are plenty of more amazing places and super cool stories I want to show you right here on my paradise island of Sri Lanka. What's up? Where's your crew? You're all alone.
No.
All right, guys, we got the golden ticket. Get a bit. That was pretty hardcore, man. I'm shaking. Super cool.